got a chance to see The Boys Season 2, Episode 7, The Insider. Let's talk about it right now. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Thank you so much for spending time with me as we rant about movies, comic books, and television shows. I am your host, Frank Zenka. I'm an award-winning screenwriter, novelist, and comic book writer, as well as a filmmaker. And yeah, if you'd like to check out anything that I've written in the past, description below has the link to my Amazon page, as well as my DestinyAurora.net page that has some stuff on it as well. And yeah, so I'd like to talk about The Boys, but before we do, remember to give me that like, give me that thumbs up, and if you can, subscribe to the channel. If you enjoy talking about these kind of subjects, please ring that bell. So let's talk about this new episode. Let's talk about my last review, because a lot of people got on me because they thought that I had commented that there was real world politics in here, and it bothered me. And so everybody was like, oh, God, I wonder why you were, then use the word bothered by it. I was upset by it, or, things to that effect. I'm like, first of all, a TV show can't upset me. I can't be upset by a TV show. I don't take anything personally, first of all. I've been in the entertainment industry for 18 years. If I wasn't able to not take things personally, I would have broken down and started crying and going to an insane asylum by now. Being in this business, you have to take a lot of shit. So having some, people in the comments or what else saying, "Oh, I wonder why he was upset by that." So let me tell you what I really meant, okay? Because one guy was like, "Oh, and everything that you've written has been shit. So no matter how much shit this is, your stuff is bigger shit." I'm like, wow, this guy's read everything that I've written. That is amazing. Meanwhile, he hasn't read a damn thing. He was just talking shit. But there's no reason to get personal with any of this. Why would you get personal over a TV show? It's just like, come on, man. It's a TV show. I'm going to beat you up because you had a comment about it. First of all, I probably can take you. Second of all, why? But yeah, so I wasn't upset by it. What my note was that this is a fictional world. I think we can all agree that there aren't real superheroes running around killing people or saving them or anything like that. I think we can agree that this is not real life, right? I don't think anybody's raising their hand saying, yes, I saw a superhero that looked just like A-Train that just ran past my window. I'm pretty sure nobody's saying that. We probably wouldn't have the crime that we have now if that was the case, even if they were evil. Because these guys look to kill people. So what I was saying was that if you're going to build a fictional world, then you should build an entirely fictional world where you're not bringing up real world politics. That's what I was saying. Bring up something else that's fictional. So that's all I was saying. And they did it again in this episode, though at a very, very smaller degree, when they actually brought up the word Antifa. There's no reason to be bringing up real-world politics in it. You don't need to be naming things that are in our real world. Be creative and come up with something new. That's all. That was my only comment. And I don't think that belongs in a fictional show. With no matter what side of the aisle you are playing on, it shouldn't be in there. Now that doesn't mean that you can't make fictional comments about real world stuff. Like if they come up with another name for Antifa, like, oh, it was the Jehovah Fats or whatever you come up with a name. Oh, and these guys are bad because whatever. And then we can make our own allegations. Like even Star Wars did that. They had, they called them stormtroopers. based on, obviously Nazi stormtroopers, but they were fictional. So it's that kind of thing. If you're going to build a world, just build it. That is your job as a writer. Now, saying that, I really felt that this particular episode actually went back to form. I actually really enjoyed this episode. I thought this was a big change. And I went back to look at the writer, and the writer had written 15 other episodes of this show, as well as a pile of others. But basically cop shows like Hawaii Five-0, and I think he did Revolution and stuff like that. The guy's been doing a lot of work. So I kind of felt that this was a little bit back to form. Then the director is an Australian director, and she's been working for 20 years in television. So her name is Katarona. I guess that's how you say it, Katarona Mackenzie. But anyway, I thought this was back to form. I liked the whole thing, like even the puppet thing where the kid had to come up and say, "Look, they're informing on their parents." That is hearkening back to real world politics, but in a different way, and that's fine. I kind of felt like that worked, and where they weren't literally calling out things by name, and. I like the whole. I like that we're continuing the arc with A-Train. I think he's got the biggest arc right now, and now we're seeing an arc with Billy, another arc with Billy. He's got a few arcs going on, but a lot of it, goes back to his child, even though it's not his child, but the one he feels like is his child because it was, his ex-wife's baby child with Homelander. So. I like all that. I like this progression, and we tried to see some more chemistry between Starlight and Yui, and I think the sex scene helped in this. Helped bring that, even though there was a twist in there. I felt like the sex scene helped get them a little bit closer because they have been drifting apart. Where it's just. They don't even coincide as far as characters anymore. She says "I love you" and it just sounds empty. So I think that the sex scene helped a little bit there to help bring them together, even though it wasn't really her. In fact, the shape-shifting thing, I thought the shape-shifting thing was different. I thought they did a good job with that because normally we'll see a ripple in. The skin or whatever else, Mystique kind of thing. In fact, talking about Mystique and thing, this is a very, very rare figure I just got, which is the Jennifer Lawrence one from, I believe this was Days of Future Past with the gun where it was plastic. I could be wrong. Maybe it's Apocalypse. I'm not sure. But yeah, so this is very rare. I don't think it comes with the other costume, the X costume, the one with the yellow. But nobody knows how to take this. There's no zipper to take the clothes off to put the other one on. Anyway, I like to show that my collectibles out, so I just got that one. It wasn't cheap either because it's so rare. But yeah, so I like that A-Train now has revealed himself. And again, we have the thing with Sage got fired now because she was keeping everything from, and rightfully so, as far as I'm concerned. She had her own plan going on and didn't let him in on it. That was weird. And but anyway, so I like that whole fight scene. I thought that the guy playing Noir, I didn't realize he was a soup. I thought he was just an actor playing the part, but obviously he's a soup because he took a shit ton of bullets. That whole fight scene was really, really good. I thought that was very well choreographed, and I liked the last second entrance to the heroes. I thought that really worked, and I do like what's going on with Billy, and he's fighting against his demons right now. I like that's going on, and he's putting faith in the kid, and again the whole puppet show kind of worked, and then naturally Frenchie's back now. So this whole thing about him with the other guy, I mean, you could have removed that completely, and it wouldn't have affected anything. It probably would have been better off if they didn't have it. So I don't know. she got stabbed, but I guess the guy escaped on one leg. How far is he going to go on one leg? That was pretty gross that he cut her leg off, but it made total sense. But it was pretty gross. But yeah, I thought that I think this episode really worked. I thought there was a lot of action to this. I thought it was back to form. And yeah, I think that the team did a good job on this one. Well, I think far better than the last. So let's see what happens with the rest of the season, because I think it's only 10 episodes, right? Let me know if I'm wrong on that. All right, so let me know what you guys think. Did you guys like this? Did you not? Did you like the shape-shifting? And let's see what happens with that twist at the end. I like the twist as well. Anyway, thank you again so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Check out some of the stuff that I've written in the link below. And don't lie and say, yes, I read it and your stuff sucks. And the worst episode of The Boys is better than anything you've written. I guarantee you if you read anything that I've written, you wouldn't say that. You'd probably like it. If you're a sci-fi fan or a fantasy fan, I assume that you are because you're watching The Boys. But anyway, you'll find the link in the description below. Remember to give me that thumbs up. If you can comment, please do. Again, everything rolls off my back, so if you want to put a ton of stuff in the comments saying that I'm an ass, that's fine. You can definitely do that. I'm really not gonna. It's not gonna make me lose any sleep. And anyway, thank you guys for watching all the way through. I greatly appreciate it. Check out some of my other videos as well, and I'll see you guys on the next one. All right, bye-bye.